jerseys until that time to get to practice out.
Okay, we are officially live. Whenever Heather is ready.
All right, we will officially call the meeting to order. So first, oh, my agenda went off. I'm like, where is my stuff? Okay, it's right here.
Sorry, slacking.
No. So we want to congratulate first our 14U ad race state champions. Yay. They played tough, had some tough competitors this weekend. It's fun to watch them. And hopefully we'll have a bunch of them coming back next year to try and continue their title and their reign moving forward. Spring League, so just some housekeeping on that. Spring Hockey League registration deadline will be April 1st so that we can get jerseys and things ordered. I've made contact with a few other associations who may want to come over and guest skate with us during that time. They are not going to have spring leagues or don't have the setup for it. And I said, hey, by the way, so give me a hung out your tournament this weekend. Yep. There's some 12 viewers from Cadillac who may be interested in coming down and just skating a few with us. And then in addition to that, we are seeking interest. The rink has put together a power skating day. So we will be practicing Monday for the little kids, right? No, not Monday. Thursday for the little kids.
Monday is sticks and pucks.
Yes. Okay, so Thursday at 6 for the little kids.
Correct.
Tuesday, Wednesday for other levels.
Correct.
10U and up.
Correct.
And then power skating will be Thursday at 7 p.m., but we need to know who's interested so that we can put the costs together.
And everyone should have gotten a poll from their team manager. I've gotten like 5 responses, so if everyone can please find the poll, and I don't know, maybe I'll put it on Facebook. But just to show who's interested so we know how much it might cost.
And there are a ton of things going on in the summer, different places, but this is a chance to have one here, right here in your backyard. So,
can I ask a clarifying question on that? Is that intended for a certain age group, or
not that I know of?
I think it's everyone.
Everyone interested in, but it's power skating. It's not learn to skate. So if you still need to learn to skate, you need to go to the learn to skate session.
Because that's still happening on Sundays.
Yes.
So the power skate is Thursday evening.
I would say for established skaters.
For established skaters. Yeah. Okay, all right. Because that was not sent out to U6, U8.
Oh, really?
Players via Team Snap.
Okay, we'll get that out to them.
So we can do that. Yeah, okay.
And the idea was to run that concurrent with our spring league.
Sure. That would be that's like asking, I mean, that's 2 hours of ice then if they're, so that is a lot, but I just wanted to clarify on that. Okay. Can I ask another clarifying question about the spring league? As I was looking at current registration and then whether we're thinking about 4 hours per week or 2 hours per week of ice outside of the U6, U8 kids. I know on the schedule right now, it says that U10, U12 would be at 6, U14 and up would be at 7 on both Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So that is not necessarily set in stone. That's got to be based on registration, correct?
We are 5 10U and up skaters away from covering ice fees. And as far as 6U, 8U level, I don't know what ice fees are for that 1 hour a week, but I'm sure it's covered.
Because
it's covered because that was set by the rate.
Yeah. Exactly, it's covered, right? Because right now we're at 15 U6, U8 registrants, maybe, and then 11 others. Yep. So from a budget perspective,
we need 16.
Correct. In order to run 1 hour.
That covers both hours.
Oh, to run both hours?
It was 7. Yep, I can show you the numbers later.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah, and we have a few that still have not registered.
Yeah.
Quite a few. So it's good to know that April 1st is what we're saying is the deadline, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that we can get jerseys, and then we'll get all the details out to everybody as soon as we have that final number. And we can do another push out there.
So we'll do another push for Spring Lake here. Okay, so I'm gonna set Team Snap deadline so that it'll close at 11:59 on April 1. Okay.
So if you're not going away for spring break, get your stuff in.
And installment payments have been set up
I saw that.
for spring league.
Because mine just happened down there.
Yeah, if you don't click the button, it's going to automatically go to
Works.
installment payments.
So we have another team snap and a group message. Like, will we have another team, or will our other team go away, or how does that work?
Well, so that team won't go away until I archive it, our teams from this past season. But we'll go ahead and roster into a new spring league team so that then we're just pushing out messages.
You'd have to go to your, whatever that menu is.
Yeah, you'll get another invitation or something.
And depending on you two, I mean, it could theoretically be one team snap for 10U to 18U. You know what I'm saying? Because all that information is probably the same.
I think that'd be easier, I think, even from
I can do that.
Yeah, and then
plan standpoint and everything. that might
one
be
6U, 8U, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, then the other, we have had some interest or some people reach out and want the option of either coming on Tuesday's practice or either coming to Wednesday's practice because of a conflict with another sport, like soccer is the common one. And so I will do that. I can do it tonight or I'll do it tomorrow. I'll make a separate then registration platform to where it'll be $175 for either Tuesday night or $175 for Thursday night. They have to indicate as to which night they will.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah, what did I say?
Thursday, but that's okay.
Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I don't have any problem with that. I think it gets more kids on the ice who want skating time.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like we're competing in a tournament. Is it?
Yep.
You may want to, who knows? But if it gets people on the ice, gets them on the ice.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
So that's spring league. New sticks and pucks and ice rink schedule is on our Google Calendar. We talked-
They did just release a few more stick and puck days for this month. I'll add those, but they are not currently on there, so I think it's Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 7:20, and then is there a Saturday later afternoon
That's awesome.
3 to 4:20.
on Saturdays? Yeah.
Oh, nice. So two options.
So
on
there's
Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 7:20, and then Sunday, 3 to 4:20.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's awesome.
Just for March, right?
Yes,
Yes.
just for March.
Cool.
And there's no sticks and pucks on Saturday, the 23rd, and then 31st, they're closed for Easter.
So check the calendar, start adding those in, and lots of opportunity over spring break to go get on the ice. Yay. Okay, so the fun part of our meeting, so we are going to do things a little bit different than they've been done in the past. We're gonna start taking nominations this evening. We'll take them through April 1. I did get one nomination via, did it come through officially through the website? Okay.
I don't know if it's officially on the website.
Either way, we were communicated with on our nomination. So we'll take nominations through April 1st at midnight, and then if you don't know you're being nominated, you will get a follow-up email, letting you know you've been nominated, and then, April 5th will be the deadline to get bios and things in. We'll get those out to the association, and then voting happens on April 15th. Anyone wishing to speak at that meeting would have, time to speak, on the position, and then we will vote at the end of the meeting after speaking has been. That way it gives people a little more time to.
Voting, you're gonna talk about how, it doesn't have to be that day in person.
Yep, so we prefer you to be here in person so that you can hear everyone speak, because you don't get the benefit of hearing what they wanna do or think, if you're not here. But if you are going to be out of town, you can vote via ballot per se. You will need to put it in an envelope, sign the seal, drop it off here at the West Shore mailbox. Oh my goodness. drop it in the West Shore mailbox. In order to keep those somewhat confidential, those who are not being elected, I think it's you and I, we'll break the seal, we'll separate the envelope from the ballot, put the ballots in with the rest of the county ballots, and then count them all together. But you need to sign your envelope so that we know who you are. If your signature is not legible, please handwrite the name below it. We have doctors now on the place, so doctors, engineers, who are, me included, can't read this anymore. So the positions up for nomination are vice president, secretary, and then we have some appointed positions that we would love to fill. And if anyone wants to be involved in any way, you have special talent, please come see us, because we will find you a job. I'm sure we have plenty. So let's start with vice president. We'll take nominations for vice president.
I nominate Eric Pomeroy.
Question though. So what happens with the two current spots? Are you guys re-electing or going again, or do you automatically get,
They can't.
they just have to be nominated?
You can nominate yourself, too.
I don't have to do that today, right? Let's just
You
wait.
don't have
Let's
to
just
do
wait
it.
and see who's
Nominations are
interested.
open until April.
April 1st. We have one from the floor, and then we have one online, which was for Eric as well. Anything else from the floor this evening? I will say that right now, and this is going to be the confusing part, right now, our bylaws say that you have to be a member of the association. Because of some things coming up with the bylaws and some additional programming that we're going to do, the two people on the board right now would not necessarily be ineligible. Normally, if your kid ages out, you would be ineligible. But we are looking at, one of the bylaw changes we've been looking at is how to gain more membership, not necessarily just people with kids in the association, but the point of that is to get people who are sponsors, donors, friends of, who want to be a part of this association to be able to serve should they choose, and if they have time or more time than the rest of us, it would be great to have more people involved. So that will come to the board in April, some bylaw changes or potential bylaw changes. And then in addition, we have been meeting with the varsity team and looking at the future of hockey, getting them to look back and us to look forward as to how we keep everything going for years to come and be sustainable so that nobody's scrambling for teams and that we're not having a team at every level. So one of the, so shaking your head, no, what's going on?
No, I'm itching my nose.
Starts having math problems with it. So one of the things we've talked about is there is now legally a season that can happen, a preseason or split season they call it, through MAHA and MHSAA. They have agreed. So you can do a split season of 18U prior to varsity, or you can do 18U all the way through, or you can just do varsity. So there are some programming things that we're looking at adding for the fall season. In addition, the kids playing spring season also make bridge that gap too. So if there are questions about who's eligible, that is what's going on right now.
Will the proposed bylaws, proposed revised bylaws be ready for that April meeting, or?
Yes, hopefully we will, and they should be pretty much ready now. We'll
Okay.
hopefully send those out when we send out the bios.
Do they have to be voted on?
Yes.
Those proposed revisions?
Yep.
Gotcha.
So we will vote on those first,
Okay.
and then we'll let everybody speak.
Okay.
But with the split season, it kind of, anybody who's up here now, their children are playing that 18U. Split season would be eligible.
Would be eligible. Gotcha. Okay.
If we do that, we may go full who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what happens? But we will be offering something additional for the older kids in the fall. Okay, anything else from the floor? Anything online? Anyone chatting with you?
I don't think there's any comments. Lots of people watching today, though. Hello, home viewers. I don't see any comments yet.
Okay, no comments yet. Okay, so we will close the floor voting, or floor nominations, for vice president and move on to secretary.
It's really fun. It's a fun job. You can take notes and stuff.
Sarah's really good at that.
So we're great at it.
Continue to be.
I don't mind continuing on, but if there's someone else that's interested in being involved, I think that's a good thing too.
And Sarah could always work with somebody a couple of years ago. Is that how long the full flow chart?
Nobody wants to work with me today.
That's why you're
I will nominate Sarah.
Oh, you are the best.
That was the most sarcastic.
Maybe they don't nominate Sarah.
Anybody?
Mark Hamilton says hi.
Hi, any nominations there, Mark? Okay. So we'll close the floor nominations for secretary. And then if there is anyone interested in, equipment manager, that is a job that we would love to have someone in. We had someone beginning of the year and they did a phenomenal job cleaning and getting everything counted and ready to go. So we would love to have someone fill that role again next year. It's important to know what gear we have, know what gear we can loan out, know what gear is damaged, what we need to get. Yeah, so if anyone's interested in that job, that is a board appointed position, so you don't have to go through the nominating and speaking portion if you don't want to do that. So keep that in mind, but please email us so that we can, the idea is that once we vote, we start meeting right away, because there are gonna be a lot of things, going on, and we worked all last summer, and we'll continue that through this summer to get everything up and running for the next year. There's a lot that happens over the summer. There's probably a lot more we could have done this summer, so we're gonna keep rolling on that. And then marketing and public relations director. I would love to have someone in charge of school reps and getting all of our information out to all of the schools in our district. We had a lot of interest at Ludington last year when we went to the back to school night. Would love to have school representatives in all of our schools, because unfortunately, it seems all the back to school nights happen at the same day, time, so it's impossible to be in 20 places at once. We had to get special permission to go into Ludington because we're not a school sport, but we kind of are, because they don't offer ice hockey. So we were able to convince them easily that because we're a 501c3 and no one else offers what we offer, that we were one of, I think, only 3 organizations that got to come into back to school night. So it was a great turnout. So if there are people who are interested in being their school rep, this is the only way we're going to grow the program, is through getting out there and getting the word out to everybody. So please, 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 it's very easy. You just communicate, get the flyers out, and it's back to school night is the big one, and that's September. And if your kids are already going to be there, what a more perfect opportunity to just have a table full of stuff. Okay. Anything else on positions?
Anne Marie Pomeroy said she would stay on as fundraising director. I'm pretty sure, or fundraising coordinator, is that what it is?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Kelly is staying on as event
Coordinator.
Sure. I don't think there's any others currently. No?
No, you are also social media director.
Oh,
too.
I would like to keep that.
Yes.
I like social media.
It goes hand in hand with being secretary, so.
Yeah.
And you're great at both.
Oh, thank you. Cheeks are red.
And then I know each of those ladies are looking for committee members. We have a bylaws committee this year, and like I said, we're proposing some changes and updates, but it's good to review those frequently and make sure that we're in line with some of the MAHA rules that are out there. Because right now, we needed to add some things, and that came up in a president's meeting I was on, that we didn't have some of the things in our bylaws that they wanted us to have. So we're actually taking some of their exact language and adding that to our bylaws, or proposing to add that to our bylaws, so that those things are covered. A lot of those have to do with disciplinary policies, which we do not have right now. We did a player-parent contract at the beginning of the year, but we didn't have the MAHA step procedure in our bylaws, so we're gonna hopefully add that in. And then a locker room policy is another thing that we did not have in, that they suggest that we have, although we follow Safe Sport. This goes beyond that. It just kind of spells things out a little bit better for everybody. Just want to quickly address the year in general. I think we've had a phenomenal year as an organization. We've gotten more sponsorships than I've heard of in my few years here, and that comes from all around, like all different teams. We allowed teams to do sponsorships this year, which I think really helped. It helped pay for warm-ups, it helped pay for tournament fees, different things for the kids, making hockey more accessible. We got a grant for new equipment. We updated all of our helmets and our protective equipment. Where we have some gear for older kids now too. We have the ability to get a little bit more if we need it. I would love to explore next year if there's a group in doing a, I don't know if mini mites would be the best word, or cubs or something for 3 and 4 year olds. I heard of another organization that does it, and it's more of like a parent-kid thing, but they get them in gear and they go out and skate around. It's kind of more of a fun thing because they're falling down, but you see these other organizations are starting kids at 3 years old, and it's an idea. We'll see if
That's cute.
there's interest. But you put them in full gear and they learn to skate in gear and they have fun. And
I feel like if the parent is out there with them,
oh yeah, it
that
has to be.
provides an extra hand as well as a little bit of security.
Yeah, it's like
For
mommy
the
yoga and
kids.
stuff. All
Yeah.
those little programs. But that's something to think about, and it's something that could potentially, help us grow the program if there's little ones out there. Because we do get questions a lot about what age can you start. So you can start skating at any age, but
Very on.
might be something fun to look at in the future. But just want to reassure parents that we're all volunteers up here. We're doing our best to address any concerns or get additional things in place for the kids. If we don't answer you right away for something, it might be because we don't have an answer. We're learning as well, and there are a lot of factors involved when we have to look at different things. I think everyone's here for the benefit and the best interests of these kids, and to make sure that there's ice hockey around for years to come. So I hope we're all thinking not just about our own kids and our own families, but about all of the other kids and families around us, and how we get more people to love ice hockey. I shared with these guys a comment today that happened because we're getting our name out there more, and we're getting on Facebook more, and people are talking about it more. Well, after the championship game, I dropped my son off at school this morning, and he's getting out of the car. There's a few safety patrol kids there, and their first comment was, "How was that hockey game?" I mean, when have you ever heard that before? Like, that's not the first thing. It's usually, the basketball team went to districts, but the hockey team won states, so that's pretty cool to see that the kids are starting to recognize that. I know some of the gym teachers are doing knee hockey or whatever in their curriculum now, so it's a good time to keep pushing that and to keep reaching out to our other associations, because I would love to see people play where you live, but still form those partnerships with other associations where we can do things together, where we're not stealing kids from one association to the other, but we're working together to make all the kids better. So if we have ice in a spring league, come on over. And it doesn't mean we're stealing your kids, but it's great for the kids to play with other kids.
How do we push that out to other?
Send it out. We have some emails. I think our closest ones are Muskegon, Cadillac, and Big Rapids. Cadillac has the information, or
Can
the
we,
information this weekend.
could we tag, I'm just thinking Facebook, just as you had tagged, like, or our social media director, tagged like Gladwin's Association or the Sioux Association when they were in the final game here at States, right? Can we do a spring league push and tag those other associations?
I'm sure we could.
You-
Gladwin's like our new best friend.
But
Hi, Gladwin, if you're watching.
but tag Cadillac, tag Big Rapids. I mean, I don't know what those.
Do they have spring programs? Would it be like infringing?
I know Cadillac doesn't, and
Okay.
that's why I mentioned to them that we had 8 weeks, 16 practices
I
coming
think I
up.
heard Big Rapids does not either,
I
right?
don't think Big Rapids does either.
Right.
No, and we can do it as like a friendly, hey, if your kids want some extra ice,
Sure.
we're open.
Well,
Ice is
and
on.
if we're allowing for one night a week, you know, a parent doesn't want to make the commitment of driving 2 nights a week. Well,
Right.
hey, we'll drive on Wednesday night. or
I think
whatever.
anything for other kids, any of the kids to get on the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, and who knows? In a couple of years, if these kids are playing in college together, now they already know each other, or they go to camps together. Who knows?
Yeah. They make those connections.
It's always good to make friends.
With, the only thing that would concern me is knowing basically who's gonna be at what practice one night, because if
We
we're
will.
coaching,
Right.
They'll have to sign up for a day.
you know.
They'll have to sign up for a day.
Yeah,
like,
because if
it'll
they
always be
show up,
Wednesday or-
It'll always be Wednesday or it'll always be Thursday.
you don't
yes.
wanna
Yes,
be
I
like,
just
you
don't wanna
can't
show
stay
up
to
at practice
Saturday
and all of a
night.
sudden have 40 kids there.
Right.
They'll have to indicate which night they're going to
Yeah.
skate on.
And the ones that can't go to the other night are because of like soccer practice or baseball
Right,
practice or
right.
something like that.
Do we know of any other, like, kind of close by associations that do have a spring league that we could talk to about scrimmaging?
I think Rockford is putting one together this year.
I think Muskegon has one.
I think Muskegon.
They have a short
I
one.
did hear
They
that.
have a really short one
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
they
think
have
Cadillac,
4 practices.
I think
Is
that
that
was the
like an
same thing
18U?
with Cadillac. They only had a couple of things going on, but it might be an opportunity where we could.
I heard that the Lumberjacks, like their 18U program is gonna do a spring, something that we could maybe scrimmage against them too.
I do know that, Fort Huron Hockey Association is interested in doing a home and home, so maybe they come here for a game, we go there for a game.
That's fun.
Or a couple.
Gosh,
Because
I
are we
mean-
talking, we're probably quarter on, let's go.
Yeah, maybe you go over there and play 2 games. And
In a 4-on-4 format, or are you talking full 5-on-5?
It would probably be 4-on-4.
4-on-4.
Because they're gonna be they're gonna have probably 15, 16 kids.
Sure. Yeah, okay. You can do a little round robin tournament or something.
that would be cute.
Yeah, great.
How far is Port Huron from Gladwin? Because I think they have spring league too. I just didn't think that it would be something that was, oh, maybe they're not, maybe they're done.
Gladwin's ice, I thought, was coming
Yeah,
up right
Yeah,
after the.
that might be the other
was
thing
coming
that,
up, like,
But I'm sure there's something along I-69 where we could find, I mean, whether it's someone in Flint.
like a couple
or-
teams or something in the area.
We could make a weekend out of it.
Big, what is it, Bay City?
Yeah,
Traverse City?
Do
probably
they do a
could too.
spring league?
I think so.
Their ice comes off, doesn't it?
Oh, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Not
They
us.
have like 3 though, don't they? 3
Yeah.
sheets.
Yeah, Center Ice, we got it on all summer long,
Yeah, for the
1 or
weekends.
2.
yeah.
Will you ask?
I didn't text Scott right now.
So we'll find out.
Yeah, that'd be an
But
easy,
these will
quick,
just
like
be-
Saturday afternoon. too.
Yeah, these will just be additional opportunities for the kids.
Mhm.
But then we will also then get out, once the new elections are done and the board meets, we'll get out next year's signups and decide how we're gonna
Mhm.
do all of that.
A lot of places have already started early registration. I
I
think
saw that.
the sooner we can get some numbers from
Tim, I'll
the
send
big
him,
guys.
I'll send him an email this week.
Because really, setting it up is easy, although if you're gonna
Like I
look
said,
at
it's gonna be the
switching to
same,
Sports
so we're
Engine.
gonna hopefully, hopefully, we'll see.
I'll put that in my email to Tim.
I was gonna say, Gladwin does a thing where they do early registration for this year's fees now, and then if they do change, there's like a cutoff.
Oh,
Where,
yeah, I
like
saw
if you,
that.
whatever, register before a certain date, then you get last year's fees.
Yeah, I'd like
Kinda
to,
nice.
just to put on a future agenda, I'd like to talk about what are some other incentives. I know we did the, early bird
Yeah,
incentive discount. And I know we do like a multiple player discount, or sibling. I'm wondering if there's some other, like, bring a friend discount, like a new skater that is,
Refer
you
a new
refer, so a referral discount. I just wonder if there's some other incentives that you guys are looking for too.
Yeah, if anyone has any ideas on those or have seen other places.
I think some incentive just to get the people to sign up, even if they don't have to pay right away. Just so we know better numbers, 'cause I know even
Yeah,
a week
like a
before this
$50
year.
deposit or something.
Yeah, a real small deposit, and then I wish there was a way on TeamSnap that I could indicate as to when you want your installments to start. So even if your, your initial deposit is going out on, in June, but I don't wanna start my installments until like October,
Right.
right? I wish there was a way, but I can't. But I wonder if Sports Engine.
Yeah, we need to look at Sports Engine
yeah.
ASAP, huh?
Yeah, so just the association knows we're looking at a different, potentially different registration system.
Do we, maybe this is not the right time to talk, but just wondering, is there any potential for WSAHA scholarships yet?
So yes, those open April 1st
For us?
for everybody.
Are you talking about USA Hockey's?
Oh, USA Hockey. sorry.
Yes, I didn't know if we had any,
Our own
are we there
scholarship.
yet or not yet?
No, we could get there probably.
There's
We need
also,
to get there.
we need to get there. That can be a good summer project.
Okay.
There's also MAHA scholarships,
Oh, separate one.
but those do not open until the season starts. So those won't open until like the fall.
I thought they were April. Which one's in April 1? Is that USA Hockey?
That's USA Hockey.
So those
Yeah.
could go for spring,
I don't see why not.
but you probably only get one and then you have to decide when to use it the whole year.
Right. MAHA's is up to, I was just reading about it the other day. MAHA's is up to $500 scholarship. It's a one-time during that season, scholarship. But there was all of the scholarships had been fulfilled for this current season. There
Yeah,
been
so-
any talk about it.
We need to get those dates out to everybody and everybody who's listening so that you know, cause there's no reason why we shouldn't be helping people apply for the USA Hockey and the MAHA scholarships. Especially players or families with multiple players. It adds up. It adds up quickly.
Yes, I'd love to be able to offer more help.
And then team sponsors.
Team
Like,
sponsors, yeah.
If you're gonna be on a team next year, there's somebody who you wanna approach, we just ask that you let the board know before you make that ask, because we will be making asks for other things. I have talked with Mike and Tim, and there are gonna be some sponsorship opportunities here at the rink too, that will help both us and the rink, keep this place open and planning for the future and saving for improvements and all those types of things. So just if there's somebody you're thinking of asking, a family member, a community member, just let us know so that we can tell you, we've already asked them, or yep, go forward, ask them. And we'll try to get those, once the teams are formed, get that information out to coaches and people for next year so that you can start doing that so that we can make sure that those names get on everything that they need to get on. We have a TV here at the rink that we can promote our sponsors on. Have to get a bigger screen over the summer now. We can. And then coaches. There was some confusion when we met with the varsity board and and some other people that were there about coaching and training for coaches. And I believe all of that happens online now.
Yes.
So you don't have to go away to get your coaching modules and things done. You can do that online. And I know that is a benefit to a lot of people, that you can be in your home and sign up for your class and do it that way. So, Safe Sport, I recommend as many people get that as possible. We probably had more than enough on the 10U Safe Sport certified, but it was helpful because if coaches have to leave the locker room to do business, there were 3 or 4 other parents in there helping with the squirreliness before the game, because those kids are excited, they're getting their gear on. If it's Friday, they just came from school, so they're really hyped up, and they need adult supervision. So that worked out really well. And so even at our younger levels, make sure you get your Safe Sport, get your WSAHA GA number, if you're a volunteer, that number is free. You just check off volunteer, and then do your Safe Sport module, and then your background check you have to pay for, but that make sure everybody's
Is
safe.
that good for a couple years now? Or no, is it yearly?
Safe Sport, I think, is 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Background check, I believe, is every year.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think there's other, because of some of our fundraising, like for example, state merchandise, our state tournament merchandise netted the association nearly $4,000. So I think that some of those,
Now my arm's still sore from it.
I think that some of that, those fundraisers we could potentially use and earmark for, if a coach needs that reimbursement for, their USA Hockey or their CEP course or whatever it is, that we can offer that reimbursement. I think that would just be a way of encouraging that.
There's a Puerto Rico or something, right? They got reimbursed a little Puerto Rico to take.
Online.
Mark thinks he knows how to do installments, setting them up on TeamStat.
Who does?
Mark.
For when, okay.
Oh, awesome.
I know how to do the installments, I mean when I can start them.
Oh, he
Yeah.
might mean
Oh,
that.
Okay.
You might mean that.
Yeah.
It does show that there's Sports Engine, if you're a member of Sports Engine, there's grants available that you can apply through Sports Engine for USA Hockey. It just
Okay.
was released at the end of 2023.
Okay.
Can we clarify what we actually, who's eligible to be on the ice to help with our spring league? Because there are some viewers watching that I think we would love to have their assistance. If we could just clarify what they actually need to be on the ice without breaking any rules.
So I believe it's after April 1st, you need to register for your new USA Hockey number. And then you will need your Safe Sport and background check.
No
Yeah.
modules at this time.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll have to do your first module for,
Even like just to be on ice helpers? Okay.
yeah.
Safe sport and
But
background
your
check.
modules you can do, they're all online. I mean, I think they take 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Can you send me the information so that I can put that in a link
Yeah.
for somebody that's like not good at this stuff to just
Now,
click on the link?
the big 2-day CEP class won't be due until December 31st.
Okay. First set of modules.
And just to clarify, this is not a league through mods in-house,
Yes.
It's in-house.
but we do use them for insurance.
USA Hockey.
USA Hockey, that's why every player has to still have a USA Hockey number.
Yes.
But the players can either use their current USA Hockey number,
Or get
or they can get their new one
Correct.
for next year.
Yep.
Because those USA Hockey numbers are good through August first, I
so.
believe is what the date is. Yeah,
Not the
that
coaches.
doesn't-
It's August sometimes.
sorry, but that does not apply to coaches.
Correct.
Okay,
It's
okay.
different and confusing for no reason at all.
Mhm.
Everyone should be the same.
Okay. So we do still have the option to get some new on ice helpers for coaching spring league, yeah? Like they have time?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Like if somebody wanted to help on ice for coaching
For
spring
spring
league,
Yes, there's
I'm
still-
just, okay, I just wanna make sure that
Yep.
there's still like plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, there was.
If you wanna help with spring
Yep.
league. Saying it again. Alright,
Okay, make sure I got everything. Alright, that's all I had on the agenda for this evening. Sarah has a newsletter,
it's in the works.
It's
It's
in the
almost done.
works.
It's almost done. I just wanted
and
to.
that will go out,
tidy
and
up.
then on there, we'll have your reminders of nomination voting and bios and all the things coming up for April.
Yeah, and just for the future, if anybody has any, like if you're looking for links for any information or you wanna know like past newsletter information, what's that? Heck no. Heck no, they can look at your beautiful non-masked faces. The flow page is the place with all of the links, and that is always on the top of our Facebook page. So you can find the flow page, or just bookmark it so you always know where to go for all of the latest WSAHA information. I have a comment that says July 31st for USA Hockey player registration. August 1st starts the new season and new USA registration required. That's, yeah, I think that's kind of what we said then, yeah? Same? Okay, good. Good. Anybody have any questions watching? Open floor, yeah.
Just say if there's people that do wanna be assistant coaches for spring league, reach out to one of the head coaches, so
Yep.
you know,
So we can
talk
talk about
about it. Whether I know if I have to force Mary Ann.
Well, I'm kind of concerned about 6U8U because there's a lot of little signed up and they're going to need extra hands.
Matt,
Yes, I think Matt, Coach Matt, I don't wanna speak for him, but I think Coach Matt had already communicated with Coach Ryan.
Oh, good.
and Coach Perry. And I
it's a great
might be
opportunity to
okay
get
on
orders.
Thursday nights, but no guarantees on that.
So Matt is our 6U8U Spring League head coach.
Yep.
Are we calling Nick 10U, 12U?
I wasn't nominated.
I just nominated you. Look at that.
Yes.
Yes, so Nick Tchaikovsky is head coach for 10U, 12U, and Roy Bishop is going to take 14U, 18U. Correct? Yes?
since you just nominated.
That's what's happening. I'm not even nominating, I'm like demanding it. Okay.
And I think we have Nathan one night a week Wednesdays, if that works out.
Yep, that's what he said.
And we practice on the same nights,
Yeah,
so I can help you or vice versa. I just
Yes.
cannot be here Thursday nights.
Thursday nights,
That's
we
how
might
it's
be able to get some of the 18U kids to come help.
That's how it's all
What?
good.
That's Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be available until Nathan takes.
Yeah, I know. The league's over by then, almost done. There's like 2 weeks. It's power skating though, so.
Okay, I sit in the stands of grade papers.
Repeat one. Not bad.
Okay, anything else?
I would just like to add that Austin Wilson is interested in doing a spring goalie camp, we just need to set up a time for that.
So goalies, contact us.
Before the end of May. Are you saying spring, before the
Yes,
end of May?
before
Okay.
Before spring league is done.
All right.
There's something else that I'm drawing a blank right now.
I think that would be great for any of our goalies or kids thinking about wanting to be goalie, or little kids moving up from 8 to 10 who want to be goalie, because it's a whole different world.
I would,
The goal gets much bigger, and the ice gets much bigger, and the kids don't.
Not always.
I'd like to look at for fall and winter too, like having one night a week or one practice maybe a week that's just goalies, like the whole level.
Yep.
Especially in our case, like 10U this year, we had 4 kids or 5 kids, I don't remember, that wanted to play goalie, but to have them all on the ice during practice, it was significantly hurting the rest of our team. So if we had one night where maybe all the goalies came out, Austin worked with all of them, and gave them an opportunity for the younger kids to see how the older kids do the drills or the stretches or the warm-ups, and then it's not taken away from the day-to-day practice
Do you
too.
think one day a month,
I don't,
or 2 days a month?
I don't know what the right answer is, but maybe at the start of the season it's a little bit more, and then it weans off a little bit. And I I think it would be a huge help to all of us, and especially for the younger kids to learn from the older kids.
Right.
Well, I think, so what, I've done a little bit of research, there are many associations that allow, they have like an open hour of ice for their entire association. So it would be like a Friday night, or, where it's a Friday afternoon, like 4 to 5 or something of that sort, where anyone in the association is welcomed or invited to skate at that time, and they're always working on some specific skill. Yeah, and so that could be that opportunity when those goalies would always dress for that and then be off and have happy ice or whatever. I mean, I know so it's almost like a specific sticks and puck for that would be paid for by the association.
As we start planning, I think we need to really look at this. I don't want to lose 5 kids in a practice. You know, it's not fair to the younger kids or the less experienced just because they were a better skater and we needed them skating and vice versa. So it would be helpful if we can think about better playing plan for the fall.
So there's a question about, I think it's about the goalie camp. She wants to know if it's during spring league, but I think we just mean it's going to be between April and May sometime, but not part of spring league, right?
May, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Austin was 17, but he's married now, so he has to get that approved.
He needs approval from his new wife. So I think we just need to reach out to Austin, Stacy, and figure out when a good time for him would be, but it would be a separate clinic from spring league, separate from power skating. It would be its own thing. Am I hearing that right? Yes. Okay. So we'll definitely make sure Joel has that information as soon as we have it.
So are you guys thinking like a try goalie for free type of thing? Is that what you're talking about, or would it be an actual camp?
Yeah, actual camp. I think that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, that's what he's, whether it's 1 or 2 days or, last time I talked to him about it, it was gonna be like an hour of ice time, then an hour of off ice conditioning type stuff, and then they'd have like a lunch, go over some stuff, and probably in the conference room, and then go back out on the ice for another hour or whatever. I don't know if our community has the amount of girls to do it, but I would really like to see like a girls try hockey for free. If we can pull something like that off.
Yeah, Girl Scouts.
Well, we talked to the Girl Scouts last
I
time.
did, and they were interested.
I have noticed on the Learn to Skate signups that there's a lot of girls. Now, I don't know if they're being pushed then towards figure skating.
Right.
Or I don't know, I wasn't at the try hockey for free because we were in the
There was
city.
quite a few girls.
And so if there was a couple of girls, and so it's not a bad idea for us in the fall, possibly, that we have a dedicated time when it would only be females on the ice, period. And we'll figure out a way to make that work.
Women's hockey right now is exploding,
Yeah.
and I mean it's becoming as big. There was a Facebook post that said because the girls just played at Joe Louis or at Little Caesars Arena,
Well, they said
And they were-
Joe's Arena.
and they said get rid of the Red Wings, keep the professional women's hockey league.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Well, because they broke a record on attendance, and then the next night
they did
in
it like 3 nights in a row.
Pittsburgh, they broke the
Yeah.
record again, and yeah, so they're 14,000 fans at those
I
games.
agree, especially having some of the younger girls that like played for us and stuff there to
Yeah.
talk about, hey, this is what we learned and how. Because we had 2, they were both first year, right? This year at 10U.
Poppy did a learn the program thing.
She did a
last
half
year.
at U8, but yeah, yep.
We might be able to.
So we have, what's it called? It's coming back.
What was it?
Well, maybe, but.
Leah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think we can,
That might be something where
I like the idea, right?
if we had 20 girls sign up for try hockey for free, and I mean we might be able to get someone from the Olympic team to come here and talk to them because they get community service duty.
That's one of the growth things in our organization.
And
growth.
the nice thing is nobody else in our area offers
You have to go to Traverse City, or you've got
Grand
to,
Rapids.
Go to Grand Rapids, yeah.
South side is,
So 80-mile radius and you're not finding it. Yep. Yeah.
that'd be amazing for us.
Has anyone confirmed the hockey camp time for the West Side Hockey Camp coming
Yeah,
here?
he just posted
It's
that.
August 12th.
It is, this is,
Are you
yeah,
talking
12th through the
about Beefy?
15th, yep.
Yeah,
I didn't know if this was current year or not, but it does say August 12th through the 15th, so
Yeah.
that's something that,
yeah, he posted that just recently.
So I think it's important to note that that's only 4 days rather than 5,
Yeah.
which I think is good,
It's
bad,
still,
otherwise.
it's still full days here where it's half days everywhere else, which is good.
It's
too.
good. Yeah, that's true. It's full days. And because it's only 4 days rather than 5, he did reduce the price.
oh yeah, I see it,
Yeah.
okay.
What is the cost now?
$215,
250.
That's a bargain.
yeah, $215 for
You
the
can find childcare for that.
4 days, but you would have to go to westsidehockeycamp.com to sign up, that's not through us.
Could we put that in our flow page?
Yep, it was last year, I'll just reopen the link.
Okay. Perfect.
Good. I don't have any other questions from viewers.
Alright, well, if there's nothing else, we will stay adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye.